Hi, and welcome to our series on linguistics. In this video, we're going to be talking about morphemes. I call morphemes the atoms of meaning. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's assume that this is a molecule of water. We all know that water is H2O, so you can think of the red atom in this picture as the oxygen, the one atom of oxygen, and the two white atoms are the two hydrogen atoms. Together, they bond together to form a molecule of water. Okay, we'll see what I mean in just a second as this pertains to linguistics. So let's assume that this is an atom called tall. It's a unit of meaning. We all know what the word tall means if we speak English. And let's call that one of the atoms. Now, if we add another atom to this, the atom, we get another word, which is taller. So taller has a certain meaning to us, right? It's not exactly the same as tall, but it's close. And so what we just did is we added on another morpheme. That morpheme that we added on is a suffix called or that is pronounced We know that once we add that on, it means that we made something more than it was before, or more than something else. Here's another morpheme, tallest. And when we add the est on at the end, the est, that morpheme makes it the most, right? So tallest is the most tall. So here we have one word made up of two morphemes, just like we had one molecule of water made up of two atoms, hydrogen and oxygen, and there was two hydrogen atoms. So it's just the idea that a morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning within a word. Let's look at another example here. Let's look at the word rap. Okay, that is a word, and it is a one morpheme word because we can't break this word up anymore. So the smallest unit of meaning in this word is the word itself, and the word is rap. Now, if we unwrap, well, this is a word. It's one word with two morphemes. The first morpheme is un, meaning to not be or to not do, and then wrap, which is the word. So it's a two morpheme word, unwrap. Here's another example. Let's look at the word play. Play can mean a few different things: playing a sport, playing an instrument, playing a song on the radio perhaps, playing an episode on television. Let's assume for this example we're talking about playing a song on the radio. So the word play is one word, and it's also one morpheme. We can't break this word up any further and have anything meaningful come from it. So we have a one morpheme word here in the word play. Now if we add this prefix re, well, it has a certain meaning. And the re means to do again, to do over again, to replay. Okay, so they replay the song. Now, let's go back to the simple one morpheme word play and add on another morpheme at the end of it, id. Well, what does it mean when we add the id on at the end? It means that it happened in the past tense. So play happened in the past tense, played. The song was played on the radio. So this again is one word made up of two morphemes, play and id. Let's go back to the bare word again and look at what else we can do with this. So we already saw replay. Now we have the two morpheme word replay, and we can also add on id at the end. And now we have a three morpheme word replayed. So again, a morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning within a word. It can be the whole word itself, or it could be a part of that word that contains specific meaning, that adds meaning to that word. So in this last example, we see a prefix at the beginning of play, re, which has a very specific meaning to do over again. We have the word itself, play, which has a specific meaning to offer up, in this case, music on the radio. And id has a very specific meaning that it happened in the past. And now we have the three morpheme word replayed. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that come along specific to morphemes. As a short introduction to the segment on phonemes, you might think to yourself, well, re, even though that's the first morpheme, I can break that up even more. I can break it up into r and e. But again, remember this. The morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning. R has no meaning by itself, and E has no meaning by itself. Now, they are two distinct sounds, and if we break them up into their distinct sounds, we get into the concept of phonemes. So look out for our video on phonemes, and we'll talk about the smallest unit of sound in any word in the language. Thank you.